Hello, my name is Monica Martinez, and this is my final 20-time project reflection. For the last 5 weeks, I've researched what I could find on beginning adult swimmers. I've found several articles, watched numerous videos, and luckily a colleague of mine became sort of a mentor to me through this stressful yet exciting time. Swimming is something that I've always wanted to do, but for various reasons, from fear of water, anxiety, embarrassment of learning as an adult, and lack of time, I never really put forth the time and effort to actually try. Well, the time came. I overcame my fear, was able to control my anxiety, and someone put my embarrassment and shyness to the side. I want to begin by thanking my support system. At the start of my project, I created a list of what to do. The first thing was to create a support system. I knew I wasn't going to go at this alone, so I went to those I knew would support and motivate me to achieve my goal. First, my friend of over 28 years, Veronica, and her 2 children, Diego and Annika. Veronica was my host by offering me her pool for my weekly swim sessions. Annika was my cheerleader, and Diego became my lifeguard. Then, Mr. Victor Velasquez, who is a colleague of mine. I am his business support provider, so we knew each other well. I knew he was a swim coach, and during my 20-time project, we were both teaching summer school. So while we were supervising breaks and lunch, I would ask him quick questions. For the first 3 weeks, he provided me with excellent advice. And last but not least, and most importantly, Nancy Renee Clark, my swim coach, my daughter, my motivator. She agreed to take on this challenge and told me from day one that she was going to have high expectations for me, and took it as far as sitting down to watch my research videos and create plans for our next swim session. So lesson 1 of my 20-time project, you must have a support system. Second thing I did was to create a shopping list. Most of my research was done in the first 3 weeks. During week 1's research, I knew I had to go shopping. On my list was swimsuit, which wasn't my favorite thing to do, look for goggles, and purchase a paddleboard, which was recommended by several of the articles and videos I watched. The only item I couldn't find was a paddleboard, but there was all types of noodles that I didn't think were an alternative for the paddleboard. But after a good debate session at Walmart with my daughter over purchasing a noodle instead of a paddleboard, I bought a noodle. I've seen these noodles everywhere in all different colors and sizes and knew they were floating devices, but never believed that they really could help you float, and definitely is not me. I am now a noodle believer. I truly believe this is one of the world's best inventions. Who came up with this? His name is Steve Hartman. He is a CEO and president of Industrial Thermal Polymers. He is the guy who first decided that colorful foam tubes make a pretty fun pool toy and excellent floating devices. They are so amazing that did you know that they can also be used to create a floating ice bucket? They could protect the springs of a trampoline. You can use one to create a sprinkler. You can use one to create racetracks for your children to play with their cars. You can even play noodle hockey. And there are hundreds of other ideas for the noodles. During week 1, I probably would have ditched my project if it weren't for the noodle. This saved my life during weeks 1 and 2. Here I am with my noodle flutter kicking with my coach standing by my side. Before my first swim session, my mentor told me that the biggest obstacle of a beginning adult swimmer is one's mindset. I had never thought about it like that. I was focused on the possibilities of drowning. That was the key. So from that moment, I started to rethink my fear and focus on preparing mentally more than physically. It worked. Lesson 2 of my 20-time project. Your mindset can make or break you. Here's a short video of my week 2 swim session. As you can see, As you can see here, at this point in time, at the end of my session, I was able to swim a short distance flutter kicking without the use of the noodle. However, as you can see me hopping through the pool, going towards the noodle, I am going to grab the noodle and use it to swim back to the other side of the pool. However, this time I will be using my arms to help me get across. And yes, I know I am moving in slow motion, but I'm moving. So I was rather proud of myself. And as you can see, my little lifeguard there, so that definitely made me feel more secure. During week 3 is when I swam a little further and only used the noodle for a few minutes at the beginning, but my coach quickly took it away from me. This was the week I realized that breathing was becoming a factor, so it forced me to research breathing techniques, and I had a discussion with my mentor, and he also provided me some tips. Lesson 3 of my 20 time project: no matter what, you can't forget to breathe. A few days into my project, my friend and I decided to take our daughters on a vacation to Miami. This was our hotel for the week. So this is where I had my swim sessions for week 4 and the beginning of week 5. This was one of the beautiful pools that I tested out. On the other side of the tall palm trees was South Beach. However, this presented a new challenge: swimming in front of strangers. So I had to refocus, check my mindset, and create a plan. Lesson 5 of my 20 time project: check yourself often. Okay, here is a video of me swimming in that beautiful pool during week 4. My plan was to go out to the pool as early as possible in the morning when there wasn't a lot of people. As you can see, my form isn't perfect and my breathing still needs work. But for 4 weeks, I must admit, I am proud of myself. No noodle, no goggles, and I made it to the other side. Yes, I know, not a very appealing picture, but I had to include it. Here I am floating on South Beach during the beginning of my week 5. I never thought I would be able to do this. Yes, the water was shallow, but I did it. Here to the side, I also have a link to my blog documenting my weekly progress. So a recap of my lessons during my 20 time project: 1, you must have a support system. 2, your mindset can make or break you. 3, no matter what, you can't forget to breathe. 4, check yourself often. In 3 simple words: mind over matter. With my strong and caring support system, the positive mindset, and reflection, I did it. I learned how to swim and float. Thank you.